Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to develop a Java application or a Java program to implement the currency converter. So we have to implement the program for currency converter, and that too we have to use the concept of interfaces. Okay. So we have to use the concept of interfaces. And what are the conversions we have to do? See here. So we have to convert dollars to Indian rupees and vice versa, that is Indian rupees to again dollars, and next one is euros to Indian rupees and vice versa, Indian rupees to euros, and finally yen to Indian rupees and Indian rupees to yen. So first of all, we will start with converting these two things from dollars to rupees and rupees to dollars, and same concept you can apply for the remaining four conversions. And before writing the program, let's see the broad structure of the program. So what are the classes it is going to have, everything we will see now. So first of all, as asked in the question, we have to use the interfaces. So first of all, you have to use one interface, right? And we have to write a class which is going to implement this interface, right? So write some class which will implement this interface, and finally write the main class. Okay, so we'll be having the main class, so which will contain the main method. So let's start with this interface first. So first of all, you require two packages, so let's import them. Import java.io.star, java.io.star, and you also require util package, so write import java.util.star. Now start writing the interface. Write the keyword interface. The interface name is currency interface. So what does interface contains? Interface contains abstract methods. So here since I am going to do only two conversions in this program initially, so I am going to write only two abstract methods. So first of all, I am going to write only two abstract methods. So first of all, write the abstract method for dollars to rupees. Okay, so the method name I am going to use is dollars to rupees, so Indian rupees, and this method requires two inputs. Okay, it requires two inputs. The first one is how many dollars we want to convert. Okay, so how many dollars we want to convert. So the first input is how many dollars, and second one is the exchange rate. The exchange rate means for $1 how many rupees are there. Okay, so that is the second one. So I am taking it as a double type, so double exchange rate. Okay, exchange rate. So this is the second input, and the return type of this method is double, right? That means this method will take number of dollars as input, and it will return rupees. It will return the rupees. Okay, and now write the second method. What is the second method? Converting Indian rupees to dollars, right? So give the name Indian rupees to dollars. Indian rupees to dollars. So this method also require two inputs. So first one is it requires rupees as input. How many rupees we want to convert into dollars? How many rupees we want to convert into dollars? That is the first input what we have to give, and of course we have to give the exchange rate value also. Okay, so exchange rate, and it is also returning a double type. So what is the meaning of this? So this method, Indian rupees to dollars method, it will take rupees as input. and it will convert that rupees into dollars. Okay, and that dollars will be returned. So its return type is double. And of course, it is going to do all these things with the help of exchange rate. Okay, so that's it, and close the interface. And now what we have to do? Now we have to write the implementing class. What is the meaning of that? Now we have to write a class which will implement this interface. Okay, so start that class. So class, and give some name. So I'm giving it as currency class. Okay, and this class is going to implement this interface, right? So the keyword I'm going to use is implements. What is the interface name? Currency interface. So just copy that and paste it here. Now open this class. So now we have to provide body for this first method. So copy that method and paste it here. And remember, whenever you are providing a body for a method in an interface, it must be preceded as, or it must be written as public. Okay, so open the method. Now what is the method name? So it has to convert dollars into rupees. So we everybody know that if number of dollars is equal to 2, and if exchange rate is equal to 75, how to find the rupees? So Indian rupees is equal to, simply perform multiplication of dollars into exchange rate. So dollars into exchange rate, right? So this is the formula, dollars into exchange rate. So you simply compute that. So compute. So you have to use this same name, dollars into exchange rate. Okay, so exchange rate. And finally, if you observe this, the return type of this method is double, so it is going to return this value. So whoever calls this method, for them it is going to return this value, dollars into exchange rate. Okay, so close this, and now provide the body for this second method, right? So just copy that and paste it. And as I told you, so every method must be preceded by public. Now write the body for this. So what is the task of this method? It has to convert rupees into dollars, right? Rupees into dollars. So the formula is, right? So return Indian rupees divided by exchange rate, right? So divided by exchange rate. So what is the meaning of this? For example, if the input, or the number of rupees is equal to, for example, 150, and if exchange rate is equal to 75 rupees, then how to calculate the dollars? So what is the formula? Indian rupees by exchange rate. So it gives 150 by 75, that is $2. That means 150 rupees is equal to $2. So same formula I wrote here, and whatever the value we get, that will be returned. Okay, so close this method, and finally close this class also, close the implementation class also. Now I will write the main class, right? So class, give some name. So I given the name as currency converter. Okay, and this class, actually there will be so many variables, but right now I'm not going to declare all those things. So I will continue my program, and as and when required, I will declare the variables there. And one more thing, so there might be some mistakes here, so I will correct all those mistakes at the time of compilation. Okay, so right now I feel everything is right, but if any mistakes are there, we will do all those corrections at the time of compilation. And see here, the right side, so this is how I am going to get the output. So based on this, I will write the program. Okay. So first of all, I have to read the input, right? Input from the keyboard. So for that, I am going to use a scanner class, right? So scanner input is equal to new scanner, and I have to read from keyboard, right? So what is the keyboard name in Java? So system.in. And if you observe here, the program is asking the user, do you want to go to currency conversion menu? That means you can do as many conversions as you want. So we have to know, write your code inside a do while loop, right? So start a do while. So do, and see here. So first output is printing a menu, printing a menu, right? So write system.out.println, give some space and write menu. Okay. And yeah, if you want this, so you can copy this, paste it. So remove this menu, and inside this you put all hyphens. Okay. And what are the next lines? Dollars to rupees, and here rupees to dollars. So I'm going to write two more printf statements. Okay. So option one is dollars to rupees, dollars to rupees, and the second option will be rupees to dollars, right? And the remaining conversions I'm not implementing in this program, that you have to do on your own as a practice. And what is the next one? Enter your choice, right? So write again same thing in a new line. So I'm asking the user to enter his choice. So what are the two possible choices? First one is, yeah, one is converting from dollar to rupees, and here two will be rupees to dollars. Now how do you read this input from keyboard? So already we have used a scanner object here. So simply now write input dot, since here 1 and 2 are integers, so I want to read them as integers. So for that I am going to use the method next int. Okay. So next int, and I am going to store that choice in a variable called, for example, choice. Okay. So choice is equal to input dot next int, and try to declare this variable at the top of the class, right? So basically it is a integer, right? So integer choice. Okay. And the next thing is, okay, see the output here, please enter the current exchange rate. So we have to accept that value from the user. So take once again, so print in a new line, please enter the current exchange rate, current exchange rate. And see here, so here we have to enter the exchange value. It might be 75 or 70.26 or 75.25. So here we have to take a double data type, right? So first of all, how to read a double data type from the keyboard? So already we have defined a scanner object, use that object to read from the keyboard. So input dot, so next double. So previously for reading an integer we have used next int. Now we are using the double type to read a floating point value, okay, or a real value. So try to store this value in a variable. So here I am going to use the variable as exchange rate. Okay, exchange rate is equal to input dot next double. So declare this variable exchange rate. So it is a double type. So double exchange rate. And what is the next step? So next step is, so based on the user input, we have to do the required operation. So for that we have to take a switch statement. So the user input was stored in a variable called choice, right? Whether he want to perform dollar to rupees conversion or rupees to dollar conversion, that choice was actually stored in a variable called choice. So we have to use that here. Okay. And here we are going to get two cases, right? Because I am doing only two conversions. So first one will be case 1. Okay, so case 1, what is case 1? Converting from dollars to rupees. So first of all, we have to accept input from the user, how many dollars he wants to convert. Okay, so accept the input system dot out dot println, system dot out dot print, enter the number of dollars. Okay, so enter the number of dollars. Okay, and next, see, the user can give the dollars value as maybe he wants to convert $2, or he may want to convert $2.5 or $5.8. So there is a possibility of a real value or floating point value. So take a double type. Okay, so how to read from the keyboard? So we already have the scanner object, so simply use that here. Input dot next double, input dot next double. So store that value in a variable called dollar. Okay, so number of dollars. So declare that variable here, declare the variable, it is of type double, and the variable name is dollar. Okay, so dollar. And now, so once the number of dollars are entered, now we have to perform the conversion. So for that we already have a method. So what is the method? Dollar to rupees method is there, right? So now we have to call this method. But how to call this method? So we have to create object for this class first of all, and through that object call this method. Okay, so first of all we have to create object for this class. Okay, so inside this main class, create the object. Okay, so create the object. So currency class cc is equal to new currency class. So currency class cc is equal to new currency class. So once you create the object, so you call this method by using that object. So what is that object? Dollar to rupees. So copy that method. So here you call that method. What is the object name? Object name is cc. So cc dot, and method name is dollars to rupees. And remember, so while calling this method is going to take two inputs, right? First one is number of dollars and second one is exchange rate. So these two things we have already read from the user, already taken from the user, right? So just pass those values. So number of dollars are present in this variable dollar. So copy that, paste it here. And what about exchange rate? Yes, here we have that variable exchange rate. So just copy that and paste it here. Okay, and once you call this method, and this method will be executed, right? And it is going to compute this statement, and it is going to return the rupees, right? It is going to return the rupees. So we have to store that return value in a variable. So I am going to use a variable called Indian rupees. Okay, so declare this variable. So declare that variable here. So take it as double type. So double Indian rupees. Okay, and now the entire calculation is completed. Finally, we have to show this value to the user, right? So see the output here, $2 are equal to 140 rupees, right? So how to get that output? So write system dot out dot println. So based on this output, I will try to write the statement. First of all, 2.0, that is a number of dollars, right? So that value was stored here. So write dollar. So to that, add the statement or add the message, dollars are equal to. Okay, so to that, add dollars are equal to. So remember, whatever you write in double quotations, that will be as it is printed, and whatever you wrote like this without double quotations, then its value will be printed. Okay, so or equal to, so give some space, right, and write plus and finally you have to print the rupees value, so that is INR. Okay, so INR, and observe here at the end I got rupees here. Okay, so how to get that? Just write plus and keep that in rupees. That will be as it is printed. Close this statement. So that is case 1, and write a break for case 2. Write a break for case 1. Okay, now we have to write the same similar kind of code for case 2 also. What is case 2? Changing from rupees to dollars. Okay, so write case 2, right? So first of all we have to ask the user to enter the number of rupees. Okay, so case 2, instead of dollars you write number of rupees. Okay, and next, so how to accept the rupees from keyboard? Yes, so write this, use this method. Okay, so input dot double and store that value in a variable. Okay, so variable name is rupees. Okay, and now what is the next step? So call the method. Which method? Rupees to. Okay, so rupees to dollar method we have to call. How to call this? Again by using the object. So what is the object name? So object name is CC, right? So directly call that method by using the object. So write CC dot and just copy that method name. So Indian rupees to dollars, paste here. And remember, it also requires two values. First one is it requires the number of rupees as well as the exchange rate. So already we had accepted those two values from the user. So what is the rupees? INR. So pass that value as well as you pass the exchange rate also. So already we had accepted this. So copy that and paste it here. And so once you pass these two values to this method, so it is going to do this calculation and return the result. Okay, so here no, its return type is double. I forgot right here, double. So it returns a double type value. So catch that value here in a variable. So the variable name I'm going to use is dollar itself. Already I have declared that here, right? So same variable I'm using. And the next statement is this printf statement, right? So after doing all these things, just copy this and paste it here. So in the second case, we are converting rupees to dollars, right? So write Indian rupees. So in the place of INR, whatever the user has provided, that value will be printed. Okay, for example, if we give 150, so in output what you are going to get, 150 rupees are equal to, so here we have to print the dollar value, right? So copy this variable name and paste it here, and this is not rupees anymore, it is dollars. Okay, and put a semicolon and write a break. So and finally, so after writing the two cases, right, write a default case. So if the user gives any other value, like no other than 1 or 2, then we have to print a message, some error message to the user, right? So system dot out dot println. So if he enter any value other than 1 and 2, okay, so it is a wrong choice, right? So wrong choice, so please try again. Okay, so in this way we are going to put a message to the user, right? And finally close the switch statement. Okay, so close the switch and you have to close the do while, right? So before closing it, we will ask the user whether he want to continue or he want to perform one more conversion. So we will ask the user, right? So system dot out dot println. So do you want to continue with another conversion like that? Okay, so do you want to continue? And yeah, so we will accept y for yes and n for no. Okay, so how to get a character? So already we have a scanner object, right? Input dot next, okay, dot character at of 0. So what is the meaning of this? So if the user enters now, I will show it here. So if the user enter y, if you want to continue, and immediately he enters new line, right? So it will be read as a string, right? But we want only this first character. So how to get this first character in a string? So simply use this method, okay, character at 0th position, okay. So next means next we'll read the entire thing. In this entire thing I want only the first character, so I'm going to use a method called character at, okay. So store it in a variable, so give some variable name. So I'm going to give answer. What is this answer, right? So before, yeah, I will close the do while and write the condition here, okay. So if his answer is equal to yes, I am going to continue, okay. So I'm going to repeat this all this process once again if his answer is yes. And next what I have to close, yeah, so close the, so next we have to close the main method, okay. So where we wrote the main method, yeah, we forgot to write the main method, so just include that here. So public static void main of string aux and close the main method here, right? And finally close the class. And you have to declare this variable also, right? Answer. So it is a character type, so declare it as character answer, okay. So there might be mistakes. Once we compile it, we will come to know and we will correct them. So you have to save this program with this currency converter, okay. So copy it and save as currency converter dot java. Okay, now we'll try to compile it. So java c currency converter dot java. Yeah, we have one error, okay. So what is that error? Can't find symbol, can't find this symbol INR. So where we have used that, yeah, here we have used INR, but that variable was actually not declared, okay, declared, but it is a small INR, small letters. So correct it, save it, and once again execute it. So there are no errors. Now we will try to execute it. So it is asking, it is showing the menu dollars to rupees. First of all, I am going to enter 1. Please enter the current exchange rate. So I am going to give it as 75 rupees. That means $1 is equal to 75 rupees. And enter the number of dollars. I want to calculate for $2. Okay. And see the output here. $2 are equal to 150 rupees. So do you want to continue, yes or no? So I don't want to continue, so I press no. And that will be the end of this program. Okay. I hope you understood this program. And yeah, thank you for watching.